Hey guys, this is Dave from Vanguard here with I haven't done this for a while, but I'm here with the PiP Showdown for you guys. Of course, I did a match against, as you see in the title, it's going to be Abyss versus Thingsaver Wingold deck. So, I did actually play some Thing Abyss deck, but honestly, I just went back to Seekers because I did like the deck, Seekers itself, before Thingsaver Abyss came out. But this is going to be the clan that I guess clashes because there's shadows and royals and stuff like that. But hope you guys enjoy the match, and I haven't done this for a while, so I'm kind of rusty, but let's get down to it. I'm gonna start this right about now. So as you see, I have new sleeves, which is unexpected, but you know, whatever. So the opponent and I aren't really that good of a player, but I will try my best to pull out this match as much as possible and try to make it exciting as possible. See, so we're just gonna go with standard attacks back and forth. Honestly, at this point, we're not gonna hit that much triggers. I think the opponent hits a heal right about now, and he does hit a heal, so he's gonna heal off. But I mean, this is pretty much a standard game, you know, just going back and forth with just attacking with full columns. So nothing much about that. But I do go for a Leanne because I do want to start filtering cards, and because filtering cards is really important just in case I do want to Legion off early than the opponent. But the opponent just takes the damage and he's gonna ride into Abyss. Here I don't really want to let him hit the Judge Battle effect, because he's going to get a lot of cards off that. Now he hits the draw as well, so he's going to draw an extra card over that. So now he's just going to make free cards on his hand. So now I'm actually at a bad situation, but even if I guarded that, that would have not helped me as much. So I decided, alright, so I'm just going to let him hit that, and I'm just going to play smart from here. So he does go into the double sword breakers, as you should do, and he's going to draw the 2 cards. Honestly, I think Abyss is really still a very good deck that can be around the meta as long as I don't know how Stride's gonna be, but you know, I think it's still gonna be one of those good decks that's gonna be around. So it's my turn. I do go into Wingle. Of course, I did run 2 Alfreds, 2 Wingles, but unfortunately in this whole match I only get into the Wingles. But honestly, as you see in the deck profile that I have maybe somewhere down here, I do run 4 Alfreds and 4 Thingsavers in the end, because Wingle was okay because it's no counterblast required free cards, but I think Alfred was better just pressure wise. So I just go on straight single attacks. Now, as you see here, the opponent's actually gonna make a few misplays, and I will point them out since people usually point them out for me. I decided, hey, I'll just pick out the misplays myself. And alright, so usually if it was me, I would have not retired that and just play off the cards. And I would have not even put one of the sword breakers on the rear. I would have just put it behind the Vanguard. But honestly, I can't really say anything about that. But honestly, that's what I would have done in my opinion. I guess the opponent just did that so he can flip damage. He attacks with the Abyss, and I just give him a 10k block. Now, that's going to be a 15k block on the side, but I decided I don't want to take unnecessary damage because I'm only at 2. And it's going to be at 4 if I do take it. So I'm just going to give him a 15k block, and I'm just going to go to Legion next turn. But honestly, that was one of the misplays I caught during my reviews on the video. But you know, I had to let it go because I guess people are not perfect, and I decided I'll kind of show how it's processed if, you know, people do make misplays with that deck. Because it is a great deck, but people just attempt to make a lot of misplays with Abyss. So I did go into the Legion with Wingle. So now, you'll see me get a lot of cards potentially, just because, I do put 2 Blaster Blades back because of the fact that I do need both of them on the field, and I'm just going to put the triggers back basically. Now I'm going to activate Crossbow's effect and Wingle's effect. So I do activate 3 cards at the same time, so that will give me 3 cards. So for a trade of 1 Counterblast and 1 File, I do get 3 cards in a trade, so I think that was really good. Of course, I do have 2 grade 2s on the side, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to intercept with 1. It's still a 9k attack to a 9k card, so he still has to guard it or let it go, so he's basically wasting a card, and I get a free card for free anyways. So I decided I'll put a Blaster Blade in the front because I do need an Intercept and Legion next turn, so I do need them anyways. So I'll put the Blaster Blade and I attack with the Wingull. He does not want this to hit because I do have that Gligo on the back, so I can inflict damage. But I do heal it off anyway, so it was the same thing, but I guess in the opponent's side, it was the better thing to do. Now I'm going to attack with the 15k, well I guess 26, but he does take this because he does not have a lot of cards to guard with. So now it's the opponent's turn. He decided he's going to Legion this turn. So honestly, if it was me, I would try to ride into Moderate Phantom, and then go into the Abyss. But I mean, I guess the opponent does run a different build, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But that would have been the play I did. I'll Break Ride, I'll call him a card, and call free cards for free. But you know, every opponent has different opinions. And then the opponent gonna take back one of his plays. He's gonna put a Judge Bell with Makart's effect behind the Vanguard. I guess that was the better choice to do, in my opinion, because of the fact that, you know, free. But honestly, in my opinion, I would have went to the Darkbond Trumpeter that he had in his hand, or try to guard with that, put it Legion it back, and Darkbond, Cannon Blast 1, put a Judge Bell behind it, and then, you know, just call, so you'll have a full call of Abyss stuff. But I guess he had his plays, and I guess he's just in the process of Legioning. But I mean, some plays, I guess Vanguard is a simple game, but there is a thing that you can make called misplays. Of course, I do still make misplays myself, but you know, I tend to get better. But I do cut his deck, and he's gonna call a Blaster Dark from his hand at this point, I think. And he's probably gonna just counterblast and retire one of my cards. Because I do have 2 Interceptors, he's gonna get rid of one of them. I'm just gonna Intercept anyways, and get my cards back because that's what the deck does. And he's gonna attack with the 15k column, which, that's fine. I would just go 5k block because I was gonna Intercept the Blaster Blade. And I'm actually only at 1 damage, so I decided to take it. So I'm at 2, and the opponent goes effect. He was gonna sack the card that he had over there, but now he can't sack it because it's not a Revenger unit. Which, that is kind of the flaws of the Angel down there, the Black Sword, but it's still a free card. Usually you'll go with my card and retire the card in the back and just keep your free cards. But now the opponent didn't have a full column, so unfortunately for him, he couldn't attack me. But I think at this point I'm only at 3 damage, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go into Thing Saver at the moment because, I mean, I want to go all out if I can. So I should have I should activate both of their effects. So I'm gonna go into Wingull's effect and Crossbow's effect. So I'm gonna get 2 cards back anyways. So basically I got the cards back that I intercepted with. So I'm gonna get a 10k attacker because that's a 7k column. I could have got the Frail Seeker, but I mean, I did want to save it just in case I can make a 21k column. So I just get another Crossbows because they're like really good damage sponges that people are going to attack to. So I should have 2 counterblasts open at this point with 1 counterblast used. I'm going to go into Wingull, so attempting to try to inflict 1 more so I can try to activate Crossbow's effect again. But the opponent decides, well, you're not going to pass, so I'm going to give you 2 pass. I get 2 crit, or 1 crit trigger, and I give it to the rear. This forces the opponent to guard anyways. Usually the opponent would have took 1 damage if I was attacking, but he does want to guard this because he doesn't want to take unnecessary damage. So he does guard it with the 15k. And then I decided, hey, I'm not going to attack him because he can attack again, so I'm just going to attack his Blaster Dark that can be a potential threat. So now he's only at 1, and he does not have a Dorient or Blaster Dark in his hand. So I don't know if he drive checked it in the middle of the game, but he doesn't have it at the moment, so he's just going to attack with having another rear on the side, so he can get his trigger somewhere. So he's going to attack with 22. Obviously, I do have enough cards and enough damage, so I take another one. I'm at 4 damage. So he's going to attack again on my rear. I just let it go because, I mean, I do have another one on the side anyway, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Right, so I'm just going to, this turn I'm just going to actually just push him with the cards I have because these are actually good columns that I have. So I'm just going to attack with another 28, and the opponent's obviously going to guard because he does not want to let me go. I hit 2 draw triggers. So this game, from here I do hit a lot of triggers at this point. So I guess I did sack a little bit, but honestly, there was a lot of opponents' misplays that kind of forced me my cards back. So honestly, I guess it was about even. He did have the advantage that he could use too. I decided I would just give him the damage and let him Legion and get off steam, I guess, if I have to put it. So basically next turn I can come back and just kind of finish him from here. There's like a few minutes left, so I'm guessing like this is going to be his Legion turn. Next turn it's going to be my Legion turn where I push with Thing Saver attack. So he's going to put another Abyss. Here, I guess here's another misplay that he did. I would have put the Abyss and the Macart. Like I would have switched those two around, and then I would have used Macart's effect to get a card, and then I would have attacked one of his rear guards, potentially the crossbow, and then, you know, I would have sacked the 3 cards that he's about to sack, and put a full column on the side. So if I hit like at least 2 triggers, I would just put it on the side, making the opponent hard to guard with. See now because usually one side you don't sack the column, you'll just leave it there, which I would have put the Abyss on the side and just kind of poke the rear guard and go on from there. But I guess that's my point of view, misplay. And he's just gonna put his perfect guard because he's like, well, if I can't finish him, I'm dead anyway, so might as well. So he's gonna attack with the 15k column. See, now the point of fact is 15k column and a 9k attack is almost the same thing and just a 5k guard. So that's why I guess I can say that was one of his misplays. I'm just gonna give him a perfect guard because I mean, as you see in the video, like I have enough hand to guard his double attack. He does heal off and draws a card, so he does hit a double trigger, which, I mean, honestly, it does help him a little bit, but in the end, it's not really gonna help him because of the fact that I have Thing Saver in my hand, ready to go. He's gonna attack with another 22. I'm gonna give him 2 to pass. Now the opponent's at a bad situation, so usually he will just put it in his Vanguard. So he puts it in his Vanguard, tries to get another trigger, but no. But usually the better decision would have been I would have put it on the rear guard and tried to force more cards down, which he's attacking with a 21 column. I'm just gonna give him a 10k and a 5k, and that's it. Alright, so I think there's a few minutes, so I should ride into Thing Saver right about now and try to finish him off from here. And as you see, I should have 4 Candle Blasts open in total, and I do have enough soul because I did Legion 2 times, so the soul or the Candle Blast shouldn't be a problem. Just hopefully I won't drive check into the Thing Savers, which do happen very often, but you know, I do have 3 more in the deck just in case of situations like that. So I should be able to finish him off at this point. So basically this is probably me just sweeping the game. But yeah, I guess I can just kind of narrate. Well, there's nothing really to narrate from here. He's gonna perfect guard, drive check, get nothing, but that's fine because I have a counter blast and I have another attack. The opponent does want to attack. Usually you would let the first attack go when people attack multiple times because you're going to be dead anyways in the future, or people usually put it on their cards. But you know, I mean, I guess Gligo in the back is kind of threatening for the opponents because I get to unflip and activate the effect and get a full column again. So I mean, I guess that was a better decision. Now see, I would have took this one, but I mean, see, now I do actually sack this turn, potentially, but that's what the deck does. So I hit double trigger, so I just put it on the side, because I do want to force more cards out, so they're now both 15k blocks. But I do get to Thing Saver again, so, because I had enough soul, and I do have another Thing Saver, I'm just going to discard 2 cards and go for the game. So I do attack with the 22, and the opponent really doesn't have options. So he's gonna no guard. I hit double heal, so I'm at 5 damage, so I'm gonna heal twice now. Yeah, so I did sack a lot this game right now, but in the end, misplays does cost you the game. Of course, even though I hit some triggers on the way and put the opponent in a bad situation, I mean, misplays really caught him at the end. So, hope you guys liked the video, and make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe down below. I'm sorry I haven't been doing PiP Showdown for a long time, but I'll potentially try more and more to do these PiP Showdowns or narrations videos on the matches. So like always guys, make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe down below to I Am Vanguard. And of course, I think I do have a background music around, which if you're interested in what it is, it's another channel I just kind of pick up the music from. It's animezz piano sheets. So I should have a link down on the comment section down below, or not the comment, the description section down below. And oh yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the other opponent that was my friend. He does have a channel. It's called kuroh. I should have another link down on the description. So make sure you guys go check him out. And I think that's pretty much that pretty much wraps it up. And I'm gonna prepare more deck profiles of other decks that's potentially coming out in the future. So make sure you guys stay tuned on those. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like those guys, imagine the victory. I am Vanguard. Like if you like the final turn shirt.